Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a world where the gritty, rain-slicked alleys of Gotham City, clash violently with the brutal, snow-swept landscapes of
Yeah,
Westeros.
it's a wild image.
Right, where the piercing laughter of a psychopathic clown meets the steely gaze of a seasoned assassin. Sounds absolutely wild, doesn't it? It's a premise so audacious, it almost feels like a dare.
Definitely. A storytelling dare.
Today we're diving deep into a collection of narratives that don't just dare, they deliver. These scripts weave together this really astonishing tapestry of crossover events, ancient evils, and the most unexpected hero team-ups you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And this isn't just about fun fan fiction, though, let's be honest, it is pretty fun. It's about exploring how seemingly disparate elements like different genres, different character archetypes, different entire universes can converge into a singular urgent mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
It forces us to rethink the very boundaries of what we thought was possible in storytelling, and how even the most unique heroes find common ground when, well, reality itself is on the line.
And what's truly fascinating here, and what our sources really illuminate so brilliantly, is how these individual narratives, they don't just tell isolated stories. They don't exist in a vacuum.
Right.
Instead, they meticulously build this complex, escalating saga across multiple episodes, let's call them. We see a threat that starts as this localized, almost bewildering danger.
Like Arya just showing up in Gotham.
Exactly, and it relentlessly expands layer by layer until it becomes this full-blown multiversal crisis.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to meticulously extract the core information from these scripts, understand not just what happens, but how the writers manage to escalate the stakes so effectively, and why these separate threads ultimately weave into this grand, interconnected destiny for, well, for everyone involved. We want to show you how these seemingly impossible narrative leaps are actually pulled off with surprising precision and real impact.
And what's truly remarkable is how these scripts manage to lay out such a huge saga. We're working with a series of interconnected story treatments, almost like an epic multi-season show Bible, just in written form.
Yeah, he's like that.
From Arya Stark versus Joker in Westeros, a Gotham City mystery, and yes, you heard that title correctly, all the way through to Thanos' last stand. These scripts chronicle this journey that begins with a surprising kind of violent teleportation and culminates in an earth-shattering, really emotional sacrifice. You're going to get a front row seat to how this entire ambitious narrative unfolds character by character, universe by universe. So let's plunge into this captivating narrative, starting with a scene so jarring it just instantly grabs you. Our deep dive kicks off as we find Arya Stark, right? A character we know as this hardened survivor, fresh from the political machinations and brutal realities of King's Landing.
Dagger in hand.
Dagger in hand, suddenly ripped from her world and dropped, quite unceremoniously it seems, into the alien gothic sprawl of Gotham City. And here's where the narrative genius immediately twists. She arrives just as the Joker stands menacingly over a downed, incapacitated Batman.
Wow. Talk about timing.
It's not just a casual stroll between dimensions. It's this dramatic, violent entry into a completely alien landscape. It immediately establishes the high stakes and the abrupt, brutal nature of these multiversal ruptures. What's the immediate impact of that specific visual, you think, Arya being dropped into that exact moment?
That's a fantastic point, and like you said, it immediately strips away any pretense. This immediate juxtaposition is absolutely key to understanding the narrative strength right off the bat. You've got Arya, a character defined by ruthless survival, assassination, and this almost primal understanding of death in a low-magic, politically charged medieval world.
All right, Westeros.
And she's instantly confronted with the purest embodiment of psychopathic supervillainy in this technologically advanced, almost neon-drenched Gothic metropolis. Her first instinct, totally true to her nature and her training with the Faceless Men, is to stab the Joker's henchman.
No hesitation.
Zero hesitation. It's lethal efficiency. It demonstrates her core identity, her unwavering pragmatism, even in this utterly unfamiliar, frankly terrifying environment. And the Joker's dismissive line, "You're not from around here, little girl," it just perfectly encapsulates that initial culture shock and the inherent, almost comedic clash of their realities.
Yeah, the contrast is huge.
You have this pragmatic, no-nonsense warrior meeting pure, unadulterated chaos,
Yeah.
with Batman's unconscious form just lying there, serving as his grim, silent catalyst for their whole encounter.
Yeah.
And her very first impactful dialogue in this new, bewildering world is just one word: silence. It is. It perfectly embodies her focused, deadly, and no-nonsense approach to threats. It highlights her intent to control the situation through immediate decisive action, not by, getting drawn into Joker's usual verbal games. It's an incredibly effective way to establish her character against this totally alien backdrop.
And as if that wasn't disorienting enough, the scene takes an even stranger turn. Just when you think, okay, this is weird, but maybe manageable, a UFO, an actual unidentified flying object, appears in the Gotham sky.
UFO, okay.
Which causes the Joker to laugh maniacally, right? As if this extraterrestrial thing is just another, I don't know, welcome part of his twisted circus. But the real aha moment, the thing that really shifts the story, comes from a completely unexpected character, a humble figure in the background, Jack the janitor.
Jack the janitor.
Yeah.
Not Batman, not Joker.
Nope. He's not a hero, not a villain, not even a supporting character you'd expect to hold a crucial piece of the puzzle. Yet he steps forward. What's the narrative significance there, bringing in such a seemingly mundane character at this pivotal, cosmic moment?
That's where the overarching mystery truly begins to unfold. And the narrative elevates beyond just a simple character crossover into something far more profound, more unsettling. It taps into these real-world enigmas. Jack immediately identifies the UFO, saying, that's the same UFO from the Dyatlov Pass incident.
Dyatlov Pass, that rings a bell, the hikers.
Exactly. And he claims he's been tracking it since 1959. Now, for listeners who might not know, the Dyatlov Pass incident is this real-world, deeply unsettling mystery from 1959 where 9 Soviet hikers died under truly bizarre circumstances in the Ural Mountains.
Right, I remember reading about that. Very strange.
Extremely strange. Their tent was found cut open from the inside. Many bodies had inexplicable injuries, and the official cause was attributed to a compelling unknown force. So by tying this real-world, long unexplained incident directly to the fictional multiversal phenomenon we're seeing,
It adds a whole other layer.
it instantly gives the narrative this deeper, historical, and maybe even conspiratorial layer. It provides an unsettling foundation for the fantastical events we're witnessing, suggesting that these inexplicable occurrences weren't random, but part of a larger hidden pattern unfolding for decades.
Wow.
This connection grounds the fantastical element in a dark, real-world enigma, making the multiversal threat feel more pervasive, more ancient, and deeply ingrained in our own history. And that leads us to wonder, what are the implications of a UFO being the common thread here, across different events, different worlds?
Yeah, what is it? Aliens? Something else?
Is it an alien entity with some long-term agenda? Or something else entirely, maybe a trans-dimensional being using these vehicles as conduits, slowly destabilizing realities for its own nefarious ends? The possibilities are suddenly huge and kind of terrifying.
So we have Arya, Batman down, the Joker laughing, a UFO, and now a janitor who's apparently been tracking this thing for decades. It's a lot to take in.
It's definitely a packed opening.
So, as Arya, literally mid-stab, dagger still in a henchman, demands answers, which, seems reasonable, Jack narrates this chilling unfolding of this grand cosmic mystery. It started with 9 hikers dead, then UFO sightings worldwide, then the military covered it up.
He lays it all out.
Yeah, this isn't just a history lesson. It's the revelation of this pervasive long-term threat that's been quietly operating in the shadows for decades. But then the Joker chimes in, and now it's choosing chaos agents like me. What does that specific line reveal about the nature of this ancient evil? And how does it raise the stakes for everyone?
That timeline Jack gives is absolutely crucial for establishing the sheer scale and the duration of the threat. It shows this isn't sudden, it's localized, it's ancient, it's insidious, spanning decades and continents, subtly manipulating events. But Joker's interjection is truly chilling.
Choosing chaos agents.
And now it's choosing chaos agents like me. This suggests that the UFO, or the entity behind it, isn't just some passive observer or random phenomenon. It's actively selecting or influencing individuals to sow discord, to destabilize realities.
Like amplifying their worst tendencies.
Maybe. And the Joker, in his own twisted way, understands this. He perhaps even revels in his role as a conduit for this larger chaos, seeing himself as a chosen instrument. The narrative masterfully leverages this classic storytelling trope, the revelation of a hidden hand guiding seemingly unrelated evils.
Right, the puppet master idea.
Exactly. It taps into our human tendency to look for patterns, for grand conspiracies, making the threat feel both ancient and intimately connected to familiar villains. It raises the stakes, not just for the story, but for the very concept of evil itself in this multiversal context. But here's where it gets really interesting, tying it back directly to Arya's world.
Uh-huh.
Her profound realization, like a light bulb going off. The Night King was one too.
Whoa! Okay.
That single line is a powerful narrative linchpin. It's a moment of pure insight. It links the disparate universes of Westeros and Gotham through a common insidious influence. It gives context to her own world's greatest, most terrifying threat.
So the Night King wasn't just Westerosi evil.
Apparently not just localized evil from her past. He was a manifestation, a chaos agent of this larger, ancient, multiversal entity. This reveals a subtle, pervasive threat that can manifest in different forms across different realities, making it incredibly hard to identify, predict, or combat. Because it adapts,
Yeah.
right? It turns local figures into its instruments of chaos, much like a cosmic virus.
That's huge. With these unsettling pieces of the puzzle starting to click into place, Jack's still the unassuming janitor, but clearly a man with a hidden history hands Arya a file. Dyatlov Pass incident reports a map.
The evidence.
And Arya's sharp eyes, trained to spot the smallest details, the hidden dangers, immediately pick out a familiar symbol. This symbol matches the Night King's mark. The chilling significance of that, cutting across entire realities, you just can't overstate it. What does this symbol, as a shared element, truly signify for the narrative moving forward?
This is the absolute moment, the point where the two worlds, Gotham and Westeros, become undeniably and frankly horrifically intertwined. It solidifies that multiversal link beyond any doubt. The same ominous symbol that marked the chilling advance of the Night King and his White Walkers in Westeros, a symbol of ice, death, and unnatural ancient evil, is now appearing in Gotham, connected to a UFO and this pervasive ancient threat.
Making it personal for Arya.
Immediately personal and visceral for Arya. She has firsthand experience with the terror that symbol represents, and then Batman, who was seemingly defeated down for the count, wakes up.
Finally.
And his first words are not about the Joker or his injuries, but they confirm the larger cosmic danger. That symbol is Gotham's doom. Come with me.
He knows it too.
He knows it. This immediately validates Arya's observation and elevates the threat from just a confusing localized incident to a shared, imminent catastrophe that transcends worlds. Batman's immediate understanding, drawing on his deep knowledge of Gotham's hidden dangers, its occult lore, the ancient evils that sometimes lurk beneath its foundations, it confirms the gravity of the situation.
Establishes him as a key player.
Absolutely. He becomes a critical information source, quickly moving past the initial confrontation to focus on the real underlying menace. And that leads us to ponder. What makes these two distinct worlds, Gotham and Westeros, so uniquely vulnerable? Or maybe valuable to this ancient entity's overarching plans for multiversal conquest?
Yeah, why them?
Is it their latent magic? Their capacity for both great darkness and great heroism? Or something else entirely that draws this evil's attention? The symbol suggests a pattern, a deliberate targeting.
Okay, so the immediate threat of the Joker is kind of tabled, overshadowed by this much bigger cosmic terror. Shifting gears in this incredible saga, we next find ourselves in the Batcave. Batman's sanctum, right? Technology, strategy, rigorous training.
The heart of Gotham's defense.
And here we find Arya Stark, not surprisingly, training with the Dark Knight himself. Batman, ever the pragmatist, acknowledges her flawless fighting style high praise coming from him, but points out a new, unfamiliar challenge she faces in his world. But magic! He's already thinking beyond just fists and gadgets.
He knows his limits, or Gotham's limits.
What does this interaction tell us about how characters from different worlds adapt? And specifically, what does Arya's confident response, "I have faceless assassin magic," reveal about how her character is being adapted for this multiversal stage?
This interaction brilliantly highlights the inherent differences between their worlds and fighting styles, and it immediately sets the stage for how they'll need to adapt to this new multiversal threat. You've got Batman, reliant on peak human skill, cutting-edge tech, rigorous scientific training.
The detective.
And he immediately recognizes the limitations of his methods against mystical threats. He gets that physical prowess alone, no matter how flawless, won't be enough here. Then Arya's confident smirk and her response, "I have faceless assassin magic," that's a critical reveal. It's fascinating how the writers interpret her abilities here.
Yeah, what is faceless assassin magic exactly in this context?
Well, for those familiar with her training in Braavos, it involves profound psychological conditioning, mastery of disguise, identity manipulation, advanced combat. But in this multiversal context, the narrative really leans into the magic aspect. This blurring of lines between skill and supernatural power is crucial.
It lets her play on this bigger field.
Exactly. It gives a low fantasy character the necessary toolkit to operate in high fantasy and sci-fi multiverses without feeling totally out of place. This magic, which now explicitly includes her shape-shifting abilities and, as we'll see, something like magical projection, becomes a key, unique tool in navigating this conflict.
So it's more than just wearing faces.
It seems so. It's not just a cool power, it's a necessary adaptation, a narrative bridge, allowing a character from one genre to credibly function in another. It shows how adapting core character abilities is often the linchpin of successful crossover stories. It ensures Arya remains relevant and powerful against cosmic threats, proving that even, a sword and stealth can contend with powers far beyond a simple blade.
And the narrative quickly escalates from training to active threat again. That ominous symbol reappears not just as a static mark, but actively glowing with this malevolent energy, a clear sign the ancient evil is stepping up its game.
Getting bolder.
And terrifyingly, it's simultaneously visible in Gotham City Hall, where the mayor is now possessed, and chillingly, back in King's Landing, Westeros, where Cersei Lannister, ever the Queen of Manipulation, is also possessed.
Wow. What's the narrative impact of this simultaneous dual manifestation? What does it tell us about this parasitic entity? This is a critical escalation point. Huge. The ancient evil isn't just targeting worlds generally anymore. It's actively infiltrating positions of power, using figures like the Mayor and Cersei as direct conduits.
Destabilizing from the top.
Precisely. It demonstrates a sophisticated and insidious strategy, destabilizing societies from within by corrupting their leadership. The possession aspect suggests a parasitic, mind-controlling nature, reinforcing its pervasive and terrifying threat. It's not just brute force, it's subtle internal corruption.
Creepy.
And what's even more disturbing, really connecting this whole narrative thread, is that Jack the janitor, who's becoming increasingly vital to understanding this whole thing, appears beside Arya in Gotham with another disturbing update. The Dyatlov hikers' bodies. They're moving.
Oh, come on. Reanimated hikers?
Reanimated hikers. This horrific detail directly connects the UFO, the symbol, the ancient evil, and now the reanimated bodies. It makes the Dyatlov Pass incident an active, monstrous player in the present conflict. The sheer breadth of the enemy's reach, from ancient mysteries to political figures to reanimated corpses across multiple realities, demonstrates a truly terrifying, multifaceted, and deeply interconnected adversary.
It's everywhere.
It tells us this entity isn't just powerful, but also cunning, patient, and able to weaponize even the long dead. It shows a mastery over life and death that's truly unsettling for both Gotham and Westeros, where, that kind of thing is usually reserved for the most extreme villains.
So the action now splits across worlds, requiring this ingenious and, frankly, seemingly impossible solution. In Gotham, Arya's fighting the possessed mayor and his henchmen, while Batman's working frantically to disable the glowing symbol. Arya quickly realizes cutting it isn't working.
Right, because it's linked.
Exactly. Batman, ever the quick thinker, explains it's linked to Westeros' symbol. This is a huge narrative challenge. How do you coordinate simultaneous action across dimensions? What brilliant solution do the writers come up with here?
This reveals a crucial mechanic of the ancient evil. Its inherent interconnectedness, the sophistication of its attack. Disabling it in one world requires simultaneous action in the other. You can't just sever the local manifestation. You have to strike at its roots across realities.
Forces teamwork.
Absolutely. Mandates teamwork and a truly creative, almost desperate use of Arya's unique, faceless assassin magic. She employs a form of magic projection to appear in King's Landing.
She projects herself. Wow.
Yeah. And what's fascinating here is that Jack Gotham's accidental multiversal expert is already battling possessed Cersei guards there. It highlights his unexpected but essential role in this multiversal defense. He's not just info, he's proactive.
Good old Jack.
The brief, urgent dialogue between Arya and Jack in Westeros, "How are you here? Cut the symbol." It just showcases the extreme urgency and Arya's quick thinking, seamlessly coordinating action across dimensions with barely a word.
So this interconnectedness implies, what, like a hive mind?
It suggests an advanced, almost hive mind-like intelligence behind the ancient evil. It's not just a singular entity spreading influence, it's a network, a web of power that has to be untangled and severed simultaneously. It proves this isn't a problem one hero can solve alone, no matter how skilled. It's a masterstroke of plotting that leverages Arya's specific abilities in a truly multiversal way.
And it works. As Jack, surprisingly nimble for a janitor, successfully cuts the symbol in Westeros, both symbols collapse simultaneously. The possessed people in both worlds just fall unconscious, freed.
Victory, Phase 1.
Arya stands victorious in both worlds, a testament to her unique skills and this improbable alliance. But what's the lasting impact of this first major win? And what surprising new role does Jack the janitor find himself in? He can't just go back to mopping floors, right?
Right. This initial victory, achieved through this meticulously coordinated, highly unconventional strategy, firmly establishes the effectiveness of combining disparate skills and knowledge, even across realities.
Right.
It's a temporary reprieve, definitely, but a significant one. It shows the ancient evil can be fought, it can be overcome, if the right combination of forces is brought together.
Gives them hope.
Exactly. A moment to catch their breath, but also to recognize the sheer scale of what they're up against. The epilogue sees Arya returning to Braavos, maybe to process this report back. And Jack returns to Gotham, ready to resume his seemingly mundane life. But
Batman doesn't forget.
never, ever the pragmatist, meticulous collector of info, and recognizing Jack's invaluable, unique knowledge of this multiversal threat, he gives him a new, frankly, astonishing job. Gotham's Westeros liaison.
Liaison. From janitor to liaison.
Jack's transformation from unassuming janitor, who just happened to observe something weird decades ago, to a critical multiversal intelligence officer is this surprising and deeply intriguing character arc. It powerfully emphasizes that even seemingly minor characters, people with overlooked knowledge, can play crucial, indispensable roles when facing cosmic, reality-bending threats.
You never know where help will come from.
Exactly. It's a reminder that heroism can come from the most unexpected places, often requiring an open mind to recognize it, and that vital intelligence can be found in the most unlikely individuals. Jack is suddenly a key player.
As the dust begins to settle on that first, frankly insane confrontation and the immediate threat is temporarily quelled, our sources introduce us to the next, even bigger chapter in this multiversal saga. Just when things seem to stabilize in Gotham after that first victory, Jack, now overseeing construction work, kind of symbolic, rebuilding after chaos witnesses yet another portal rip open.
Oh boy, here we go again.
And out steps not just Arya Stark again, clearly she's become a frequent flyer on the Multiversal Express, but the unmistakable web-slinging Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay, now we're really mixing things up.
This is a massive narrative leap. What's the immediate impact of introducing a Marvel character into this DC Westeros mix? How does it broaden the scope for us, the audience?
This is where the scope of our deep dive truly explodes, fundamentally altering the scale of the conflict and pulling in an entirely new universe with its own established rules, its own heroes. Introducing Spider-Man here is, well, it's a masterstroke.
Why him specifically, do you think?
His immediate reaction, whoa, not New York. It instantly grounds this extraordinary event in his familiar, relatable, often bewildered personality. His quip highlights the jarring reality of multiversal travel from his perspective, making a cosmic event feel more human, more accessible.
Right, he's the everyman hero.
Exactly. And then Arya's calm, almost weary response, Gotham, you're a long way from home, Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's subsequent recognition of her faceless assassin, Arya Stark, that instantly establishes their familiarity, or at least Arya's growing renown, across these converging universes.
So they know of each other.
It seems so. It's a clever way to suggest these multiversal travelers are becoming known figures in this burgeoning cosmic conflict. It demonstrates that this multiversal travel is becoming more frequent, more widespread, maybe less controlled, hinting at a larger underlying instability in the very fabric of reality itself.
It's not just isolated incidents anymore.
Exactly. It's becoming a systemic problem, pulling in more and more powerful individuals from across the multiverse. The narrative is telling us loud and clear that initial victory, just the tip of the iceberg, now the entire universe, maybe the whole multiverse, is coming into play.
It's an unprecedented alliance forming, isn't it? Batman, observing this unfolding chaos from the Batcave, is, as the script notes, intrigued. His strategic mind is already firing on all cylinders.
Always calculating.
When they finally meet, he immediately sees the potential synergy in this new, unexpected grouping. Spider-Man's strength and agility combined with Arya's skills. He's not just reacting, he's actively assessing their tactical value. But Spider-Man immediately senses something bigger, referencing a warning from Nick Fury. What does this convergence of Intel, Batman's strategy, Spidey sense, Fury's warning confirm about the real threat?
Batman's strategic mind is absolutely key here, showcasing his role as the ultimate tactician, the information gatherer. He's not passively observing, he's actively evaluating the strengths of these new allies. Spider-Man's unique blend of acrobatic combat, superhuman strength, preternatural senses, and how they can be integrated into a cohesive fighting unit.
He sees the potential team-up.
He proposes a temporary alliance because Gotham's in danger. always the protector of his city. However, Spider-Man's heightened senses immediately pick up on something far more expansive. His Spidey sense says it's bigger than Gotham. Isn't just a hunch.
It's backed up.
It's immediately backed up by a flashback to Nick Fury's warning from Spider-Man's past, explicitly stating, an ancient race returns.
An ancient race, not just a monster, a race.
Exactly. This crucial piece of information coming from someone like Fury, who deals with global and cosmic threats, confirms that the danger isn't confined to Gotham, or even just these two, now three, worlds. It is truly multiversal in scale. What's fascinating is how Fury's warning from Spidey's history is now corroborated by Batman, who seems to have his own intel pointing to the same ancient threat.
So multiple sources confirming the same danger.
Right. This strongly implies that this ancient race is the true puppet master behind everything we've seen so far. The Dyatlov incident, the UFOs, the Chaos agents, possessed leaders, the multiversal rifts. It meticulously links all these disparate threads to a singular, overarching, and terrifying enemy.
Gives the whole saga a clear villain.
Exactly. It establishes a unified antagonist, giving this grand saga a clear, formidable foe whose origins and capabilities extend far beyond any single universe. This kind of narrative consolidation is essential for elevating a series of cool crossovers into a coherent, epic story.
With the threat now clearly defined as this ancient multiversal race, a true existential danger, the trio, Arya, Batman, and Spider-Man, they don't waste any time. They gear up in the Batcave. Batman, ever precise, gives a concise, no-nonsense briefing. Target: ancient race portal in Gotham City Hall.
Back to City Hall. Seems like a hot spot.
They're not waiting for the enemy to come to them this time. They're taking the fight directly to its doorstep. What does this shift from reactive defense to proactive offense signify for the heroes and the narrative?
This represents a significant psychological and tactical leap. A shift from just reacting to invasions to actively seeking out and confronting the source of the threat. The mission is clear, and the chosen location, Gotham City Hall, suggests, like you said, a recurring vulnerability, or maybe a nexus point for the ancient evil. Perhaps where its influence first took hold, or a strategic point it keeps targeting.
A weak spot, maybe?
Maybe. It's a callback to their earlier victory, but now they're going in with a full understanding of the enemy's nature. Each hero's preparation reflects their unique combat style and personality. It's a subtle but powerful character beat. You've got Spider-Man with his web shooters ready, probably cracking jokes, but ready.
Trying to lighten the mood?
Arya, with her sword drawn, deadly and silent, her focus absolute. And Batman, with his tactical briefing, relying on intellect, tech, and pure force of will, and Arya's determined declaration, let's bring death, it just showcases her unwavering commitment to eliminating threats, no matter the scale or origin.
She means business.
This moment solidifies them as a unified force, ready to confront this ancient race directly and put an end to its machinations before it destabilizes more realities. It's a statement of intent. They're no longer merely defending, they are prosecuting a war for the multiverse.
With their mission clear, this newly formed multiversal trio infiltrates Gotham City Hall, each using their signature, highly effective approach. Spider-Man webs guards non-lethal, agile crowd control. Arya silently kills patrols, a stark, chilling reminder of her ruthless efficiency from Westeros. And Batman, the master strategist, disables security, opening the path forward without a sound. It's like this perfectly coordinated ballet of diverse skills.
It really is.
How does this sequence perfectly illustrate the power of this unlikely alliance? And what does it tell us about the art of balancing individual heroics within a team context in these kinds of stories?
This sequence perfectly illustrates the synergistic nature of this alliance, highlighting how these disparate skill sets, when intelligently combined, become this unstoppable force. Each character's unique skill isn't just vital, it's complementary. They form this highly effective infiltration unit.
Covering all the bases.
Exactly. Spider-Man's agility, strength, non-lethal takedowns provide swift, silent crowd control, minimizing collateral damage, ensuring efficiency. Arya's unparalleled stealth and lethal efficiency eliminate key, more dangerous targets quietly, preventing alarms, neutralizing threats before they can even react.
She's the silent knife.
And Batman's tech prowess, tactical mind, mastery of infiltration allow him to bypass defenses, security systems with surgical precision, opening pathways, ensuring the team's seamless progression. It's a masterclass in coordinated infiltration. It shows that true power lies not just in individual strength, but in how diverse capabilities can be harmonized to achieve a common goal.
Showcasing their core strengths.
Yes, right. Their actions highlight their established strengths from their own canons. Spidey's playful but effective combat, Arya's deadly precision, Batman's unparalleled detective and stealth abilities. This precise balancing act makes for incredibly engaging action, demonstrating that a well-chosen team is always greater than the sum of its parts.
They successfully navigate the security, they get through City Hall, and finally reach the portal room where the true antagonist reveals itself. And there it is. A giant tentacled monster, the grotesque physical manifestation of the ancient evil.
Ugh, tentacles. Never good.
Proclaiming in this eerie, guttural voice that echoes with cosmic menace, multiverse will be mine. This isn't some vague, unseen threat anymore. It's right there, in their faces, asserting its terrifying ambition. What's the narrative impact of finally giving a physical form and a voice to this ancient, pervasive threat?
This is a pivotal moment. Giving the ancient race this physical manifestation, a giant, tentacled monster emerging from the portal, immediately provides a tangible target for our heroes. Its chilling declaration unequivocally confirms the multiversal stakes. This isn't about one world, it's about conquering all realities.
Raising the stakes again.
Massively. The tentacled monster image is classic cosmic horror, right? Evokes that sense of ancient, unknowable dread, linking back immediately to the ancient evil concept and the unsettling otherworldly nature of the Dyatlov Pass incident. It's a powerful visual and auditory threat, solidifying the enemy's identity and its audacious goal.
Puts a face or tentacles to the name.
Exactly. This tangible threat puts, well, many tentacles, to the insidious influence they've been tracking. It makes the battle intensely personal for the heroes who've seen its effects across their worlds. Narratively, this is crucial. It moves from an abstract, conceptual threat to a concrete, physical one that can be fought directly. And it raises that important question: what exactly is this entity?
Yeah, is it one being or just one of many?
Is it a single being or just a representative of a larger species? And how long has it been lurking in the cosmic shadows, waiting for its moment to strike, to make this grand, terrifying claim? Its very presence speaks of immense alien power.
The heroes don't hesitate, though. The trio attacks with incredible precision, this whirlwind of combined abilities. Spider-Man webs the monster's tentacles, tying them down with his webs. Arya, with her blades, slices smaller tentacles, showing her quick, decisive combat style. And Batman blasts the main tentacle with a bat grenade, using his tech for maximum impact.
A coordinated assault.
But just as the monster screeches "no, my plan," indicating their attack is actually working, having a significant effect, a new, even more powerful player enters the fray. Dr.
The
Strange.
Sorcerer Supreme arrives.
How does his arrival, right at this critical moment, escalate the scale of the power, the threat? And what does it tell us about the wider multiversal awareness of this whole conflict?
This is another crucial escalation and a truly powerful moment of reinforcement for our heroes. Doctor Strange's arrival, triggered by magical alerts that presumably ripple across the multiverse.
Like a cosmic alarm bell.
Exactly. It immediately confirms the sheer scale of the threat and the profound significance of the hero's actions. He doesn't just show up. He instantly recognizes their heroic efforts, exclaiming, "You three are saving the multiverse."
Validation from the top magic guy.
It's not just a convenient plot device, it's narrative validation. His presence brings high-level magical expertise into a battle that was previously relying on this mix of physical prowess, tech, and Arya's more primal, faceless assassin magic.
Strange's validation is important because it confirms their instincts about a grander threat were right, and it suggests a wider network of guardians or observers within the multiverse.
Others watching. Maybe other sorcerers, cosmic entities, higher planes of existence who monitor these kinds of existential threats. His powers, rooted in mystic arts, mastery over reality, are exactly what's needed to deal with a mystical, possibly interdimensional entity of this magnitude. It provides a critical tactical advantage.
He's the perfect counter.
It's a brilliant narrative move to bring in the Sorcerer Supreme at the exact moment his unique skills are most desperately needed. It keeps the fight dynamic and ensures the odds, though still immense, are balanced by increasingly potent allies.
With Doctor Strange joining the fight, the heroes now combine their disparate powers for a final, decisive assault. Spider-Man keeps webbing, Arya slices with deadly intent, Batman blasts with his tech, and Doctor Strange, with this surge of energy, seals the portal and the monster with his powerful magic.
The final blow.
The creature disintegrates, its final echoing NOO, signifying its absolute defeat. This is a huge moment of triumph, but what does this victory, achieved through such a diverse coalition, signify for the overarching themes of this whole deep dive?
This is a decisive victory against the immediate physical manifestation of the ancient threat, and it's a powerful statement about unity. The combined efforts of such a diverse Team Spidey's agility and restraint, Arya's lethal precision, Batman's tactical genius and tech, and Strange's high-level arcane might, it emphatically demonstrates that only a truly united front, bringing together disparate skills and backgrounds from across realities, could stand against such a powerful multiversal entity.
Strength and diversity.
Absolutely. It's a powerful demonstration of what seemingly incompatible heroes can achieve together when faced with an existential crisis. This pivotal victory leads to a moment of palpable relief, even celebration, a brief, much-needed respite. But as we know from stories of this scale,
Peace never lasts long.
peace is often fleeting. The narrative uses this victory not just as a conclusion to an arc, but as a bridge to the next, even greater challenge. It reinforces the idea that while a battle can be won, the war for the multiverse is far from over. It's like a narrative deep breath before the plunge into even deeper, darker waters.
And what a plunge it is. Following their hard-won victory against the tentacled monstrosity, we find our heroes unwinding, not in some grand hall, but in the familiar, slightly grimy Batcave, sharing pizza.
Pizza in the Batcave, love it.
Spider-Man, ever the enthusiastic and relatable one, declares it the best team-up ever. Arya, with a rare, almost imperceptible smirk, even approves of his web-slinging, showing the subtle softening of her hardened exterior.
Even Arya likes pizza and web-slinging, apparently.
Doctor Strange lightens the mood further with a laugh at Batman's characteristic dry enthusiasm. This post-battle camaraderie, it's a vital beat, right? It feels earned. But this well-deserved peace is incredibly short-lived. Nick Fury appears on screen, cutting through the celebration with a bombshell. Intel suggests Thanos has returned.
Oh man, from one cosmic threat to the cosmic threat.
What's the narrative purpose of this immediate whiplash, from celebration to impending doom, and how does it specifically impact Spider-Man, given his history?
This post-battle camaraderie is absolutely vital for character development first. It lets us see these intense figures in a more relaxed yet still characteristic light, reinforces their personalities even as they bond. Batman's dry wit, someone has to balance your sarcasm, Strange, adds that touch of personality, revealing a bit of the human behind the cowl. Shows even he can appreciate a moment of levity.
Makes them feel real.
Exactly. It highlights that even in these extraordinary circumstances, their core personalities shine through, making their alliances feel more genuine. But this piece is indeed short-lived, a classic narrative technique to just skyrocket the stakes. Fury's bombshell immediately shatters the mood, replacing it with overwhelming concern, especially from Spider-Man.
Because of Infinity War.
Right. His past traumatic experience with Thanos, my last fight with him, didn't go well, highlights the immense gravity and the personal toll of this new threat. It's not just some big bad villain, it's a deeply personal nemesis for some of these heroes, which immediately raises the emotional stakes for you, the listener.
And Arya.
Arya's unwavering resolve, instantly drawing her sword, stating, this time he faces a faceless assassin, shows her unyielding nature, her immediate readiness to face this new, even greater challenge. Demonstrates her commitment knows no bounds, even beyond her own world. What's fascinating is how quickly the scope shifts again, from one multiversal threat to another. It indicates the initial victory was just a battle, not the war, and the universe has an even grander, more destructive threat waiting. It's a masterful use of tension and character history.
And if one iconic team-up wasn't enough, Fury's urgent call brings an even grander assembly of heroes, truly pushing the boundaries of anything we've seen. We witness the arrival of the Avengers at the Batcaves, an iconic moment itself with Captain America shaking Batman's hand, a symbolic gesture recognizing their respective leagues, the weight of their combined legacies.
The handshake heard around the multiverse.
We're talking Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Hulk, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Arya Stark, and Batman all in one room. This is the ultimate crossover, isn't it? What does this unprecedented gathering signify for the narrative and the very concept of heroism itself?
This is probably the most ambitious crossover moment of the entire deep dive. A point where the narrative truly pushes the boundaries of storytelling and, let's be real, fan expectation. The full roster, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Hulk, Cap, Strange, Spidey, Arya, and Batman, represents an unprecedented force.
The ultimate team.
It's an alliance of the greatest heroes from across 3 distinct universes, brought together by an existential threat none can face alone. The exchange between Captain America and Batman, that symbolic handshake between the leaders of arguably the 2 most iconic superhero teams in fiction, acknowledges the iconic status and leadership of both the Justice League and the Avengers.
Mutual respect.
It respectfully sets the stage for a truly epic confrontation, where the fate of not just Earth but potentially the entire multiverse is hanging in the balance. The sheer power and diverse skill sets assembled in that single room underscore the desperation of the situation, the overwhelming nature of Thanos' return. If these heroes, individually powerful enough to save worlds, need to unite,
Then the threat is unimaginable.
exactly, it speaks volumes about the magnitude of the coming conflict. Narratively, it's a moment of pure spectacle, absolutely, but also profound thematic resonance. It tells us that when true evil manifests on a multiversal scale, only a complete, selfless unification of all heroic forces stands a chance. It's the ultimate expression of collaborative heroism.
The stage is set for an epic confrontation. The battle takes them directly to Thanos' spaceship, hovering ominously above Gotham. Thanos, ever confident, maybe a little arrogant, welcomes them, believing their arrival will save me time. But Arya, ever the master of stealth and surprise, has other plans, appearing silently behind him.
Classic Arya move.
This isn't just a brawl, it's a symphony of heroes. How do the writers ensure each character gets their moment to shine? And how does Arya's specific contribution highlight her unique value in a team packed with literal gods and super soldiers?
This immediate show of Arya's unique skill against Thanos himself, a being of immense cosmic power, is a powerful statement about her specific lethal contribution. It reminds us that raw power isn't the only way to defeat a cosmic threat. Cunning and precision are equally vital.
She finds the gap.
She does. She doesn't engage in a drawn-out duel. She uses her faceless assassin techniques to kill his lieutenants instantly and silently, emphasizing her specialized, deadly role within a team full of powerhouses. She surgically removes key threats before the main event truly begins. The battle description itself is this rapid-fire sequence of iconic hero actions, a true symphony of coordinated heroism. Each hero's signature move is deployed strategically.
Can you break that down?
Sure. Hulk smashes Thanos' army, but there's tactical precision. Even in that rage, he's targeting specific heavy hitters, creating openings. Thor isn't just dueling Thanos. He's leveraging Stormbreaker's raw cosmic energy against the Gauntlet, this clash of pure elemental force. Iron Man blasts lieutenants with precision tech, clearing the field. Captain America fights hand-to-hand with his unparalleled strategic prowess, directing traffic, coordinating attacks.
The field general.
Black Widow infiltrates behind enemy lines, gathering intel, exploiting weaknesses. Doctor Strange casts powerful spells, manipulating reality to disorient Thanos' forces. Spider-Man webs enemies with agility, controlling the flow of battle. Batman takes down Thanos' generals with tactical skill, advanced gadgets. And Arya keeps killing lieutenants with stealth, ensuring no one slips through the cracks.
Everyone plays their part.
It's a comprehensive, dynamic display of their combined and individual capabilities. Shows that every hero, regardless of origin or power level, brings something indispensable to this ultimate multiversal fight. The writers meticulously ensure each character's unique strengths are highlighted, making you feel the weight and impact of every punch, every spell, every strategic move.
Even with this unprecedented display of power and coordination, Thanos is still Thanos. Enraged by the unexpected efficiency of this combined assault, he grabs Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, in this shocking display of power.
He's worthy, or just that strong.
Unclear but terrifying. But Arya, ever persistent, reappears behind him, her sword at his throat, declaring, "Your balance is death." Yet Thanos, with a chilling smile, reveals his final horrific card. My death triggers a massive bomb activates beneath them.
The ultimate dead man switch.
It's the ultimate contingency. Spider-Man webs everyone away, saving them from the immediate blast, but the bomb remains. Arya desperately tries to defuse it, hampered by too many triggers, and then Iron Man. Tony Stark flies in and makes the ultimate sacrifice, taking the bomb into space with his last poignant words, "I'm sorry, Pepper."
Oh, Tony, no.
This is a moment of profound, gut-wrenching impact. How does this narrative choice elevate the stakes beyond just winning a battle? What does it tell us about the nature of heroism in this multiversal context?
This moment exemplifies the tactical brilliance and terrifying ruthlessness of Thanos. Even facing imminent death, he has a contingency, a final, devastating act designed to ensure that even in defeat, he achieves a measure of victory, shattering the spirit of his enemies. It's a classic supervillain move, and it works perfectly here to raise the emotional stakes to an unbearable level.
Spider-Man saves them initially.
Right. Spidey's quick action, webbing everyone away, is a selfless, heroic act that saves the team from the immediate blast radius. Showcases his incredible reflexes, quick thinking under pressure, underscoring his growth from that earlier encounter with Thanos. But the bomb remains, ticking, relentless. Arya's desperate attempt to defuse it, hampered by too many triggers, creates this heart-wrenching tension. Even her specialized skills are powerless against this cold, technological threat,
Leaving only one option.
leaving only Iron Man. Tony Stark flying in, making the ultimate sacrifice, taking the bomb into space with those last words, "I'm sorry, Pepper." It's a moment of profound impact, especially for listeners who know the character, his history. It makes his sacrifice resonate so deeply. Narratively, this kind of ultimate sacrifice in a crossover isn't just about loss. It often cements the permanence of the multiversal
It
connection.
makes it real.
It tells the audience these worlds aren't just visiting, they're fundamentally altered now. Their losses are shared, forging this new, unified continuity. It underscores the extremely high stakes of this multiversal war and the ultimate cost of heroism. The stark, tragic visual of his suit falling back to Earth is a powerful symbol of his sacrifice, a reminder that even the most advanced tech and sharpest wit can't always defy death when faced with absolute selflessness. This moment resonates deeply, showcasing the true cost of heroism and the powerful, unifying bond between these characters, regardless of their original worlds, now united not just by shared purpose, but by shared immense loss. Hashtag TechExit6. Legacy and age trades look forward.
Back in the Batcave, the triumphant energy of their earlier victory against the monster is completely gone, replaced by this somber memorial. The heroes gather around Iron Man's empty suit, a silent, hollow testament to his immense sacrifice.
The powerful image.
Each hero, from Captain America's tearful tribute to Thor's heartfelt words, acknowledges Tony Stark's unparalleled courage and the profound loss. How does this scene of shared grief transcend the individual universes and really cement this new shared reality forged by this epic alliance?
This scene beautifully captures the collective grief and profound respect for Iron Man, and it unequivocally transcends their individual universes. Captain America's choked. He gave his life for us. Thor's heartfelt, "Tony Stark, brother of Avengers, your courage," and Spider-Man's poignant, shaking voice declaring, "He was like an uncle to me." They highlight the deep personal connections, the immense impact Tony had on each of them, whether friend or mentor.
They're not just colleagues.
No, their family, forged in fire. Even Batman, the stoic Dark Knight who often disagreed with Iron Man's methods, still respectfully notes, but his heart, which is a powerful testament from the man who rarely shows emotion. And then there's Arya.
What does she do?
Her act of kneeling and laying her sword on the suit is this solemn gesture, highly symbolic from a faceless assassin. It signifies the highest respect she could offer a fallen warrior. In her world, laying a sword on a grave or a fallen comrade is this ancient, sacred act of honor.
Wow, that's significant for her.
Incredibly significant. This powerful moment transcends the individual universes, emphasizing the universal bond of heroes united not just by shared purpose, but by shared grief and sacrifice. What's fascinating here is how a character like Arya, who initially struggled to find common ground, who operated in a world of stark, lone survival, now finds commonality in connection and loss. It demonstrates the unifying power of heroism, even in its most tragic forms. This shared grief binds them together in a way no victory ever could.
Just as the team is lost in their grief, grappling with this immense, heartbreaking loss, a new presence appears on the comm screen. Pepper Potts, Tony Stark's wife. She delivers a final, quintessential Tony Stark act. She tearfully tells them Tony left a new suit for Spider-Man and a message for you all. Even in death, Iron Man is still taking care of his team, still innovating, still thinking ahead. What does this posthumous message and gift signify for Tony's legacy and for the future of this multiversal team?
This final act by Iron Man is quintessential Tony Stark. Planning for the future, providing for his successor, leaving behind a message filled with his characteristic wit, wisdom, and genuine care. He's always thinking 3 steps ahead, even beyond his own life.
Always prepared.
The video plays, and Tony, ever the showman, smiles through the screen, maybe a little ironically. "If you're watching this, I died saving the world. Worth it." This message provides a profound sense of closure, not just for the heroes, but for us, the audience. Confirms his sacrifice was made with full awareness, unwavering resolve, cementing his hero status. His specific, personalized advice to each hero is just a masterstroke of character writing.
What does he say to them?
To Arya, "Your skills are insane," acknowledging her unique, brutal effectiveness. To Batman, "Lighten up," that classic jab that subtly acknowledges their shared burdens. To Captain America, "Keep leading," a passing of the torch. To Thor, "Try to understand humans," a humorous but insightful nudge. To Doctor Strange, "Magic is cool," a simple, appreciative nod. And of course, the ultimate gift to Spider-Man, "My suit upgrade is for you," cements his legacy.
Not just a hero, but a mentor.
Exactly. A mentor and friend across the multiverse. This reinforces powerful themes of legacy, mentorship, the enduring impact of a single individual's actions. Ensures that even in his absence, his spirit continues to guide and empower the new generation of multiversal defenders. It's a powerful narrative choice that transforms a tragic end into a hopeful continuation, showcasing that heroism transcends even death. Tony Stark, the man who built a suit in a cave, truly became the man who built a legacy for the multiverse.
What an incredible, sprawling journey we've just taken. From Arya's jarring, unexpected arrival in Gotham, thrust into a clash with the Joker, through the unsettling revelations of the Dyatlov Pass UFO and the ancient multiversal evil, to the sprawling, improbable alliances culminating in the heroic, heartbreaking sacrifice of Iron Man, this deep dive has shown us the boundless possibilities that emerge when our favorite characters transcend their own stories and come together for a common cosmic cause. It's a testament to imaginative storytelling.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this narrative masterfully addresses a truly profound question. What does it truly mean to be a hero when the threats span not just cities or worlds, but entire realities, blurring the lines of what we thought was possible? This saga demonstrates that true heroism lies not just in individual power or origin, but in the willingness to bridge divides, to embrace the unknown, to adapt skills to unimaginable threats, and ultimately to sacrifice for a greater good, no matter where or who you come from.
It's about connection.
It's about finding unity and shared purpose in the most unlikely of places, recognizing that shared purpose can forge bonds stronger than any interdimensional barrier or stylistic difference. This story reminds us that the greatest narratives, much like the greatest heroes, often emerge from the collision of disparate elements.
So, as you go about your day, maybe think about this. If these wildly different heroes, from a medieval assassin to a web-slinging kid, from Queens to the ultimate armored avenger, can unite against such overwhelming odds, finding common purpose, making the ultimate sacrifice, what seemingly impossible alliances or unexpected solutions might be waiting for us in our own lives if we're only brave enough to look beyond our familiar boundaries. What ancient symbols or UFO incidents are waiting for you to connect the dots and face them, perhaps with an unlikely ally by your side, ready to achieve something truly multiversal.